Guys, apparently the Chris's kitty dog has been discontinued. Oh man. You know that's really, really strange in foresight, given that this is literally called the kitty dog. And I think, no, I know for a fact Mr. Beast did actually respond. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Yeah, right here. This is what he said. He tweeted this on 24th, 2 days ago. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior, Chris Tyson's, but online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. Really? You have to do that? You really think you have to do that? You don't know your own friend? Awfully strange, isn't it? That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Chris from the company, my channel, and any association with Mr. Beast. I do not condone or support any of the appropriate actions. I will allow all of the, or I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. Really? You didn't know? Even with, even though you were in a room with him on his stream with some other people, it looks like, and on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but that is Shadman's art. Shadman, as you know, is known for, I don't even know if I'm allowed to show his Twitter, but he has a Twitter. I'm pretty sure he has one. I don't remember what it was, but either way, he makes like lolly stuff. It's not really, you know, tasteful. It's not really good. It's not good for anybody. And it's just really strange how both of them responded because hang on, I think I have the other tweet here. No, 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 no. Actually, I can just go here. If I just go to Chris Tyson's Twitter, I didn't even bookmark it. I didn't even like want to do anything with that because this whole tweet says weird energy. Like this is Chris's response now, saying, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health." Wait, your family? You mean the one that you abandoned? The one that you like left behind so you can go play dress up as a girl? It's really strange. That's not adding up. A lot of this is just not adding up. It seems a little strange, but hang on. There's actually there's more to it than that. Like for instance, this was actually just so funny. But hang on, I'll pull this up real quick. I don't know if you guys know who this is. If you don't, consider yourself lucky. This is a very, I would say, degenerate human being, to say the least. It's another dude playing dress up, and just hear what he has to say real quick.
Many of you know about the Ava Chris Tyson's.
I can't. I'm torn. I don't know if I want to laugh, throw up. Like, listen to that.
Situation. And if you don't, the main plot line is that she was both publicly and privately talking inappropriately to a minor. If you're someone that looked up to Ava, I get it. 90% of what's out there is just people throwing slur.
Oh, I only have 16 minutes anyway. But um, there is that response. But this is probably like the more like best foreshadowing ones right here, right? So like this is when he first responded like years ago in 2023, or not years ago, like 1 year ago, 2023. Says, yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare, he's my effing friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off. He's not a nightmare yet. Age like fine wine indeed. But this even, like, this even had, like, Andrew Tate speaking up about it.
Does anyone want to see proof that the Matrix is real? Let me prove it to you. All of these fucking clowns only talk about the things they're allowed to talk about. Let me give you an example. So, someone highlighted this to me because I don't know Mr. Beast. I'm not insulting the guy, but you're right. That's what he should do. Obviously, he has some questionable morals. But someone highlighted this to me that he recently, and I've never watched this video, so I don't know, did a video with the 50 biggest streamers in the world, which is all these clowns.
But not us, obviously.
Of course.
Because I'd never, ever, ever,
all these nerds, right? These are supposedly the 50 biggest streamers in the world. I don't know who any of them are. I recognize the faces of maybe 3.
You don't know who any of them are? Really? Like, is it that hard to do a Google search? To look up a video? Really? You too important to do your own research or something? I mean,
He has some questionable morals. But someone highlighted this to me that he
it's really hard to make a judgment on somebody if you don't even know who they are.
recently, and I've never watched this video, so I don't.
And who are we to judge?
Did a video with the 50 biggest streamers in the world, which is all.
I'm pretty sure IShowSpeed was included in this video, and dude, how do you not know who that is, for one? For two, IShowSpeed is probably like one of the prime definitions of streamers that have actually made it without being pushed by the algorithm. And like maybe he was a little bit pushed by it, but it wasn't in the sense that like these company like random companies were not sponsoring him, right? They weren't just pushing his like videos out. They weren't like manipulating the numbers, so to speak. IShowSpeed completely got successful on his own, doing his own content. And, you know, I think that this argument applies for a lot of people. The whole idea of the Matrix making people famous, right? But you have to admit that the false parts of that really show with these prime examples, right? Not just IShowSpeed, but even like I'm not sure if you guys are much familiar with this guy, but there's a small YouTuber. His name is PewDiePie. By small, I mean yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. Oh, we actually made a Minecraft video. That's so cool. But I didn't know he was doing that. That's so cool. I haven't watched him in like a little while, right? But back in the day, I grew up on this guy. He was so influential, so entertaining, and this is another prime example of somebody who's definitely not pushed by the algorithm per se. Somebody who definitely worked like very hard and showed like indisputable dedication to his channel and his work. He kept grinding and grinding, and he still is. You know, like this is probably like one of the few YouTubers who I actually have immense respect for, who I would really love to meet one day.
All these clowns.
But not us, obviously.
Of course.
Because I'd never, ever, ever, ever.
Now these are supposedly the 50 biggest streamers in the world. I don't know who any of them are. I recognize the faces of maybe 3, but I don't know who any of them are. I've never watched any of their shows. I don't know who these insignificant people are. Bunch of losers. Pushed forward by the algo because the algo decides who's famous. Don Lemon's perfect example. He's on CNN. Everyone thinks he's famous. He comes.
I mean, kind of. The algorithm is just whatever content people want to see. It's based upon what they watch, right? Like if I'm over here looking up gaming videos, I'm going to be finding a lot of gaming videos in my recommendations. But let me show you my recommendations real quick. So, Sam Hyde. Yes, I watch a lot of Sam Hyde. He's very entertaining, very funny. And you guys should watch him too, honestly. He's very insightful. And, you know, I get like clips of stuff, like say, say the Spider-Man game. You see, it's gaming stuff, right? Gaming stuff, or entertainment stuff, or even controversial stuff. You know, stuff that I like, the kind of content that I'm procreating right now. And of course, it's gonna show up on my timeline because I looked it up. And if you look it up, like if you look up Mr. Beast, you're gonna get Mr. Beast videos. You know what I mean? It's just how it works.
He's on CNN. He's not famous. All of these losers are pushed by the algo. They can be.
Now, granted, there are factors that can go into pushing someone further on the algo than say average, right? Like, because you have companies like, or you have companies that can either sponsor you or push your videos in some form, like some capacity, either through multiple websites or even through YouTube itself. Like people can like they can actually get boosted that way with money. And if you don't think that's true, I would recommend looking deeply into that.
Removed from the algo anytime. Nobody will miss them. They're not interesting. They have no real world experience. They can't make a brand on their own. They can't tell you anything that's funny. They're not us. They can't survive a Matrix attack. They can't survive jail. They can't survive a bunch of fucking dorks. Nobody cares. They're just pushed to the front. So every time we log into YouTube, one of these losers channels.
You see every single video of this guy is just him comparing himself to other people at some point within it. Like, it's not obviously the main focus, but what I am saying is that it's always a point that he brings up. It's just like, oh yeah, dude, I wouldn't do this. Who fucking cares?
Channels is up, so people watch it, right? So all these insignificant losers are supposed biggest streamers, even though I don't know who any of them are. I guarantee you, none of them will insult or talk about Chris Tyson. Not one.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Mr. Beast kind of spoke up about it, right? Like from what we saw. But if you go on here, you go to fuck, it's Penguin Zero on YouTube, right? Yeah. He actually has a video himself talking about it. Right here. Avery Chris Tyson's situation is crazy. He's one of the biggest YouTubers, and he has done Mr. Beast collabs in the past. But even he spoke up about it.
We'll talk.
The biggest advocate for all of his takes and his stances, but I'm just saying, he spoke up about it.
Because they are not allowed. Every single person has been told, don't mention this. And if you do mention it, just talk positive about transgenderism. That is proof for the Matrix. That's proof that all of these people sell their soul.
Yeah,
all of these people who get famous on these mainstream channels are compromised. All of them have skeletons in their closet. All of them are afraid. None of them are good people.
Now, he's not wrong about these like factors existing in content creators, right? There's a lot of people who are like the way that he's describing. People who have, skeletons in their closet, people who have a lot of, baggage, so to speak. And I mean that's not everybody though, right? Like that's just probably it's probably still a large selection of YouTubers, but it's not as big as people might think it is.
None of them are.
There's still some like real people out there. It's just I feel like more real people are just few and far in between to find these days, because YouTube, well, not even just YouTube, but the internet in general just has a lot of regurgitation, a lot of oversaturation of content.
Are honest.
Sometimes people repeating the same things over and over.
None of them tell the truth. All of them. If any of these 50 fucking people talk bad about Chris Tyson, let me know and I'll make a correction and say, of these this one guy said something good. But I guarantee none of them do. They're just not going to mention it. Instead, they're going to make another stupid video hoping you all forget. Hey, watch me order 15 ice cream cones. And it's going to get 1 million fucking views because it's at the front of the algo, even though nobody gives a fuck about you and your pistachio ice cream, you little...
Okay, well, the reason why that video is gonna get hypothetically speaking, get 1 million views instantly, is because kids are watching it. There are millions and millions of kids watching YouTube every single day, and there's actually like a hold on, there's like a video I watched about it. You guys like, I'm not gonna watch it here, but you should really check it out. I believe it comes from his channel, Tom Dark. Yeah, kids brain rot content is... Oh no, this is the one I watched. YouTube kids content must be stopped. This is actually a pretty good solid video. I would recommend watching it. This guy's really entertaining. But I don't know if there's much more to it other than the fact that this whole thing just looks very, very fishy. Especially on not just on paper, but like right in front of us, it doesn't look right at all. He did condemn Chris's actions right publicly, right? But it's still the way he worded it and the way he's conducting it with like a whole third party investigation thing instead of just him telling his friend to fuck off, you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be that hard, but they're making it harder than it needs to be because they don't want to go down, this is what's happening. They're too afraid. Tom Dark even has his own video on the situation, which I just watched, and there's some really good nuggets from this video. Like I would say Let me find it real quick. Oh yeah, this guy, Ludwig.
Videos on the topic. Just making sure creators keep the same energy across the board on predatory.
That's another thing. I almost forgot about this factor in completely. But, I mean, you guys all remember the whole Dr. Disrespect situation? How everybody was instantly just out to call him out, call him a pedophile, all these things, right? But there's a lot less outrage for the exact same situation, but done by somebody who plays dress up. Make it make sense, right? But not only is like generally speaking like the people's reaction just different, but I can show you real quick like night and day differences, right? Like oh, I found the other tweet. Okay, so this is the important one. This is what she said in response. Still the process moving, so I haven't been able to fully keep up, but in the meantime, since I've been tagged a bunch, no shit. This is questionable. And I even responded on Twitter to her. Nobody else responded to me. Nobody even like liked it or acknowledged it. It seems like whenever I respond to creators like this, a lot of people tend to not notice me. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm just asking the questions. But over here, the actions of one trans person does that mean? Okay, so here's the thing. Why is this focus on trans people and not on Chris doing something bad? Feel like you're not actually condemning Chris's actions here. What you're saying is you hope that trans people prosper and that they're okay. They're not going to be okay. I mean, first and foremost, but like that already went without saying. But it sucks to see so many people yeah, well, whatever. Shit happens, right? Dr. D is so gross. Of course you say that. You're more than willing to call out Dr. Disrespect and even insult him, but but God forbid that you actually condemn Chris Tyson's actions. Lastly, the incels that only tag Pokey and to speak up. Pokey and I to speak up. Even though everybody did after D did to himself. You're weird. Focus your hate towards pedos for once. So focus your hate? That's real. That's not a good statement. That's not a good statement, you guys. You shouldn't hate, first and foremost. And if you're going to do that, then keep that same energy for all pedos, not just the ones that you don't like. All people within that community, keep that same energy up. And then I responded saying, everybody who says this doesn't give any proper examples of people who are trannies who also aren't pedophiles. I'm making that point publicly right here on this video to you guys because I would honestly like to know if you guys know of any single human being who is both transgender and not a pedophile or not a sexual deviant. And I know her name, so I said, please. I mean, everybody knows her name, right? It's not very hard. I mean, you go by the name Valkyrie, of course you're gonna be named Rachel. Please, Rachel, tell us who do you know, in caps? I want to know who she personally knows that is both a tranny and not a confirmed pedophile or sexual deviant. No response, no likes. Shit happens. And then the same exact thing, the same energy. I don't even have to show it on Twitter. I can. I can. This is the same person, pretty much the same. Like, not the same person. These two are like very close, right? They probably live in the same house together. Probably. I'm saying probably because I know at some point they did. I don't know if they do anymore, but either way, I don't care. They're not really good content creators, so I don't really watch them. But I remember specifically when Dr. Disrespect situation came out, Pokemon tweeted yuck. Now let's see what she says about Ava. Or Chris. I don't know all the details regarding the Chris situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. No shit. So why can't you condemn his actions? Why can't you condemn his actions? And why are you making another tweet about the trans community. Yeah, this isn't about the trans community. This is about one single really horrible person who happens to be trans, or plain dress up. But still, this whole thing is ridiculous, and I don't really see a much of a foreseeable future for Chris Tyson's career. But shit happens, right? And there's just so much that's been happening on Twitter, as you can see. The whole Olympic situation, man, that's insane. I might make another video on that. But let's see, this is another guy who's been very outspoken about this, named Jake Franklin. He's the base. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the old Mr. Beast videos, there was this guy named Jake the Viking all the time in his videos. He was probably one of the cooler and more entertainers on those videos on that platform. But at some point, Mr. Beast fired him for wrong reasons. Yet he kept the child groomer by his right hand side the whole time. Really strange, right? But YouTube is allegedly censoring. I hope not. My video's been doing all right, I think. Let's check that out real quick. Oh, not that. You don't need to see that. But there, your channel. That's how you go. Yeah, it's not doing too bad. It's not doing too bad at all. I mean, if they're censoring people, it's probably like mainstream YouTubers. I'm not mainstream, so I'm pretty much unaffected by that, unless I blatantly say something or put something stupid in my videos that is against TOS. But I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? At least not intentionally. And this is a huge point right here. I thought I liked it earlier, but I didn't. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that people are focusing on, right? In this whole situation. Because let me show you. There was a whole argument against Kai Cenat just because he called him a he. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for recognizing the man who he is and calling him by his proper pronoun. I mean, either way, it's just such a dumb focus. Like, why do people focus on the hang on?
And has to lie and say that Chris Tyson is a woman, which is so funny.
It is a lie.
In a world where this dude is losing everything to touching children, messaging children, people care more about misgendering a pedophile than the actual pedophilic acts.
See, that's the thing, dude. How is that even possible? Like, how can people be this stupid? I don't understand. But huge point right here. Pronouns don't mean shit when you're talking inappropriate to kids. Sorry, not sorry. Point, dude. Whole 100%. And if you guys don't already follow me, this is my Twitter right here. And hope you guys got something from this, something valuable. And if you did, be sure to subscribe and drop a like. And I'll see you guys in the next video.